Hey Canucks fans, when it comes to the NHL and the NHLPA, are you on one particular side? I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, December the 5th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. I hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful Vancouver day to start off our weekend. And a few bits and pieces. So I'm going to warn you right now that this particular video isn't going to be too content heavy. So I want to manage your expectations right off the bat. But 3 or 4 programming notes and then a quick discussion about the current labor, I wouldn't say labor unrest, but the current labor situation in the NHL. Okay, a few things. Firstly, today is Saturday. That means tomorrow is Sunday. And that means tomorrow is my weekly Ask Me Anything vlog. So put a question down in the comments below. Anything you want to talk about, anything that I talk about today, right now, the Canucks, return to play, Mark Donnelly, whatever it is, leave a comment below and I will get to it in my vlog tomorrow. Just started off with AMA, standing for Ask Me Anything. I mentioned Mark Donnelly. Actually, before I get to Mark Donnelly, I want to thank Mike of Top Shelf Hockey. I did a collab with him this morning. I'll link to his video in the description to my video here. And he's doing a really cool series with other hockey YouTubers, basically doing hypothetical trades. Some of them are it's like a game show type format where he's basically giving me 2 players and I had to talk about which guy of the 2 would be more likely to be traded first. And some of them are real based on rumors. Others are more hypothetical. So it's just meant to have some fun and create some discussion. And of course, you have to think about the contract, the value of what you're going to get back, role on the team, money owing, age, all those things. But he basically had me talk about Brock Besser or Thatcher Demko. That was painful. He had me talk about Brent Burns or Drew Doughty. That was painful too, but mostly because they're 2 overpaid defensemen. And he also had me talk about the most painful one of Max Pacioretty and Jonathan Marchessault. Painful because they were on the Vegas Golden Knights team that eliminated the Vancouver Canucks from the playoffs. But overall, a really cool feature, a really neat initiative, a neat idea. And I was thrilled to join Mike on his channel. Again, Top Shelf Hockey. I will put the link in the description. I would appreciate it if you checked it out to support him and to also hear what I had to say about those 3 potential trade pairings. Okay, actually 2 more things. I posted on Twitter this morning, if you saw it. It was exactly 5 years ago today that Marie, Ariel, and I were rapping, singing, and dancing with Jake Virtanen and Ben Hutton, then rookies of the Vancouver Canucks, to do our annual Christmas song. And that one was the Canucks Christmas rap. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. And it got a lot of love and a lot of funny comments too, because we had, like I said, Jake Virtanen and Ben Hutton dancing in our video. And lastly, before I get to today's topic, Mark Donnelly. Well, I did a quick 4-minute vlog last night, and I didn't really take a stand. I didn't say that the Canucks were right to fire him. I didn't say that the Canucks weren't right to fire him. And I didn't really want to get into Donnelly's, views on anti-masking and oppression and things like that. It's interesting because my video from yesterday has gotten way more views than any of my recent videos, and almost 200 comments now. People going back and forth. I'm not even going to bother engaging anymore. Actually, I never even engaged to start. But there's a lot of people that are saying the Canucks were wrong to fire him, and a lot of people saying no, that the Canucks were correct to fire him. And then it's got into this whole masking, anti-masking regulations thing. It's been crazy. So if you want to check out my vlog from yesterday, I only talked for 4.5 minutes, but it'll take you probably 4.5 hours to read through all the comments. It won't take you that long, but quite a fascinating topic. And I won't rehash it here, but we know the story. Mark Donnelly was planning to sing. I'm not sure if he did. He probably still did, to sing in Old Canada for an anti-mask rally today, a protest downtown against government regulations and such. And of course, in announcing that yesterday, or in people finding out about that, the Canucks certainly weren't happy. And Francesco Aquilini basically fired him over a tweet, which is another story unto itself. So check out all that, and if you want to continue commenting on this video, that's fine, but I encourage you to check out last night's video. Okay, for the last few minutes, I want to talk about this. We know, and as I've spoken about over the past couple of days, now January 1 is not a realistic target for the NHL to start playing. Now they're talking about January 15th or February 1st, depending on training camp, depending on quarantine, depending on border issues, maybe not so much border issues, but guys getting into their respective home cities, quarantining, isolating if they need to, basically cleansing for 2 weeks before they start to join their teammates. And that's one side of it. All the logistics that goes behind planning all that, scheduling, alignment, crazy. But then the big elephant in the room, it's not even an elephant in the room, it's right there in front of everyone, is still the fact that Gary Bettman and the NHL basically want to reopen. They don't want to use the term renegotiate, but they want to revisit the terms of the return to play memorandum of understanding, the MOU, that the NHL and the NHLPA just signed back in July, just 6 months ago. And it's supposed to go until the 2024-2025 season. So it's supposed to go for another 5 years, yet the NHL wants to reopen it. And again, Gary Bettman he's adamant about saying it's not a renegotiation, but I don't know how else you would describe it. And I know the NHLPA calls that a bunch of baloney. Of course, it's a renegotiation. Any change to what they come up with is technically a renegotiation. And we know the two issues that have to do with the financial side, or the biggest one is the salary deferral. How much should the players defer? The NHL might ask them to defer a bit more until they get their revenues back on track. And then, of course, the escrow, a certain percentage of money that needs to be held back to make sure that it's a 50-50 proper revenue split. I won't get into details right now, but basically my question to you, and maybe another way to create some discussion, is, are you on a particular side, or are you on no one's side? And if so, why or why not? The side for being on the NHL side, Gary Bettman's side, you could argue that Gary Bettman did a really good job of bringing the two sides together and really making sure that we had hockey to wind up the 2019-2020 season. There were even rumors that he would have gotten cheered if there was an actual live crowd when he handed out the Stanley Cup to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm not sure about that. That might seem a bit of a stretch, but certainly Gary Bettman was quite popular then. And at that time, it looked like it was a fair deal and a deal to get everyone back playing and award a Stanley Cup and finish the season. Of course, Gary Bettman's got, all the owners are in his ear, in both of his ears, and every owner's got a different situation. Some need to get hockey going again. They need hockey back to help with their revenue stream and their industries. Others are saying, no, I will actually lose more money if hockey plays, especially in front of no fans. So I wouldn't mind if we skipped a season. And I'm sure there's everyone in between. So you got to remember that Gary Bettman's got 31 owners probably in his ear. You can understand the players' situation, obviously, in that they negotiated in good faith back in July. I haven't heard a lot of whether they thought the deal was a slam dunk for them, like a home run in their favor. If they felt cheated, I don't think they felt cheated. I don't think they felt this home run. I think, like with any deal, there's good parts and there's bad parts. But to be even asked to renegotiate, to reopen it up after you worked so hard and in your eyes maybe gave up some concessions back 6 months ago, that might be a hard pill to swallow. Now, I know that we're talking about billionaires arguing with millionaires, and it might be hard for some of us to even fathom that type of money or to have the proper perspective, or we want them to have a better perspective. And it's easy, although, for us to say as fans, as vloggers, as bloggers, or as media people, or as writers, or whatever, say, come on, stop fighting, we just want to see our hockey. But obviously it's a little more complicated than that. So whose side are you on? If you're on a side, and if you're not on a side, tell me why. Are you on the NHL side and saying, hey, there's no way they could predicted that the pandemic was going to last this long, or at least be at this stage right now on December the 5th? Hey, if you're on this side, you might be saying, hey, players, you got to kind of give and take a little bit as well. Trust that we're not going to, hoop you. We're not going to, we have to renegotiate, rejig things so that the NHL overall will be more healthy. And that's maybe the argument you could take if you're on the NHL side is, hey, players, you got to work with us. We're going to make some concessions too, but it's simply impossible to go the way we're going right now, despite us signing that contract 6 months ago. Or if you're on the player side, you could be like, wow, why are you asking us to reopen this? We negotiated in good faith 6 months ago, and you're already taking a lot from us, and we don't want you to take more. We just want to play hockey. You guys got to figure it out from your side. So that was very, very rudimentary. That was very, very simplified. But I think really, that's every argument can kind of stem from those two positions. So again, hockey fans, Canucks fans, are you on a particular side, the NHL and Gary Bettman and the owners, or the NHLPA and the players? Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply as always. And don't forget, in your comments, leave me a question for my Ask Me Anything vlog tomorrow. In the meantime, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.